The universe is a maximum security prison.
The older generation often hold the younger generation in contempt despite spawning and raising them. The younger generation often hold the older generation in contempt despite deriving most of their knowledge and values from them.
People sometimes die in the living room.
A kiss is technically a headbutt, just not a violent one.
Pixels in video games have gone from technical limitation to stylistic choice.
It's comforting to know that if we did have past lives, we don't remember any of them.
People laugh at strange animal matting rituals, but nothing is as hilarious as what some humans do to try to attract a mate.
Parents will usually have more photos and videos of the first child than the younger children.
Italy was boot-shaped before boots existed.
All skiing is technically a form of water skiing.
We technically receive more starlight during the day than at night.
Every kid thinks life will be easier when they grow up until they grow up and get their first bill.
We live in a world where an Italian plumber in his 30s is an icon of children entertainment.
Ancient Egyptians were involved in a major pyramid scheme.
Werewolves in fiction are often brown even though there are rarely any brown wolves.
Gyms have all sorts of machines and weights but lack simple benches to sit on while resting.
With planned obsolescence, less physical media and toys, and generally less durable goods, thrift stores will have very little second-hand things to sell in a few decades.
The idea for the whiteboard may have been written on a chalkboard.
Some people have conditioned themselves to get turned on by incognito mode.
Now for a quick break, stay tuned for more shower thoughts. There is no objective perfection, perfection can only be subjective. Every person's version of perfect is different, so a utopia can never exist.
It is in a pen manufacturer's best interest to make adequate but forgettable pens.
We spend the first half of our lives learning how to fit in with society, and the second half learning how to stand out from it.
Winning isn't even an achievement to brag about. You're just beating a bunch of losers.
For how badass they've portrayed Puss in Boots to be in the recent movies, he rolled over to Shrek within 20 seconds.
Cold lighting makes houses seem poor, but cooler headlights cars seem newer and more expensive.
Our society might be more efficient and happier if we were judged and hired based on our real talents and not on grades in irrelevant school subjects.
The popularity of mineral water and iron cookware is because it reduces the severity of iron deficiency in unaware anemic people. I'm Bob Jeffy.
And I'm Lorelei Stewart. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back tomorrow with more shower thoughts. Bye for now.
Hey listeners, tired of all the doom and gloom on the news? Then check out the Get Happy Headlines podcast by my friends, Stella and Mickey. It's a podcast dedicated to bringing you family-friendly, uplifting stories from around the world. Give it a listen, I know you will like it. Search for Get Happy Headlines in your podcast player or check out the show notes page for the link. This podcast was produced by Klassic Studios. Please see the show notes page for source credits.